Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Angela Anderson Show, where we are helping moms live their dream while taking care of their family. I am your host, Angela Anderson. So, this show is a result of a virtual summit that I hosted during the summer of 2022. That was just last summer for those who are watching in 2023. The summit was called Get Your Life on Track, Walk in Your Purpose. And the focus was on mothers who wanted to identify their purpose and live it fully while taking care of their family. So for 14 days, I interviewed top speakers, leaders in the industry who shared information on and great tips that assisted mothers in finding their purpose, pursuing their goals, and living their dream, all while taking care of their family. And so that's what I'm all about. There was just a popular demand for it, and I decided to do this talk show. So I will continue to empower moms out there to see their value, understand their importance, and reclaim their identity. So I'm so glad that you are here with me today. I want to talk to you about living the dream. That's what I want to talk to you about today. But first, let's go to a quick commercial.
Someone once said that life is a journey. Every now and then I convince myself that I have it all figured out. All of a sudden, life throws me a curveball and I find myself between a rock and a hard place. Through it all, the pervading theme is that God is constantly pursuing me. Just when I thought I knew God, He reveals Himself to me in a different way. I now realize that His purpose is to achieve a deeper level of intimacy with me, no matter what it takes. His main concern is the end result, which is to live with Him in eternity. He loves me that much, and the same holds true for you.
And that is my devotional book, Just When I Thought I Knew God, available on Amazon.com and on Kindle or in Kindle format. And if you don't have a copy, go ahead and grab yourself a copy. And while you're there, get a copy for someone else as well. So I said to you that I wanted to talk to you about living your dream, living the dream. And today I'm just excited. I'm filled because I saw this this video. It was someone sharing her experience, and I don't know if you've ever heard of her. Her name is Jamie Kern Lima. For those of you who've heard of her, a light bulb just went on. Jamie Kern Lima. She is the first CEO of L'Oreal. You've heard of L'Oreal Cosmetics. And she shared her story, and I was just blown away by her story. And there were 3 or 4 things that just stood out to me, and I just felt like I had to share them on my show. You know what? One day I hope to meet this lady. She is phenomenal, and one day, who knows? Maybe I'll even interview her on the show. And she has a lot to say, and she actually had to cut it short because of the time that she was working with. But there were some things that I grabbed from what she said. I jotted it down because it resonated with me. It not only resonated with me, it gave me energy. It gave me it just added fuel to my fire. And because it just went with everything that I believe in and everything that I've been pushing for moms out there in terms of living their dream. And one of the things that she said that I want to start with, she asked the question, she said, do you listen to the no, meaning N-O, or do you listen to the knowing, right? Knowing, knowing. Do you listen to the no, or do you listen to the knowing? And let me tell you what she meant by this. Okay, so part of her story right? And I don't want to do the spoiler alert if you've never heard her story, if you've never read her book. I haven't read her book yet, but I want to. But she went through so much to get to where to get to the CEO of L'Oreal. It's not that it fell in her lap. Like, she went through so much rejection. So many people told her no. No, it's not going to happen. No, it will never happen for you. Forget about it. You know, and she put her all into it. I mean, she went full head on into this of selling her cosmetics. And the name of her cosmetic line, I believe it was It Cosmetics, It Cosmetics. And she tried to get everywhere to just pay attention to her because it was unique. She didn't want to follow what was out there, you know. Um, she wanted to do her own thing. And so there was just a lot of rejection. And during that rejection, she had to think, am I going to listen to the no? All these people telling me no. And let me tell you, there were a lot of people telling her no. Like, everybody told her no for years. And I'm listening to her story and I'm like, man, do I have that in me? Wow, do I have that in me? I'd like to believe that I do. But she had to listen to the knowing, what she knew and what she believed about herself, what she knew, that what God told her about herself and who she was grounded in. And a lot of times, ladies, we have to do that, right? We might hear no from everybody, even the people closest to us might say no. But you got to know what you know. You have to know what you know, right? You have to believe what God has already promised you, what God has put inside of you. You have to know who you are, and you have to stand on that. And that is how you make it when you hear no from everybody else, or hear the naysayers, or the negativity, or you can't do that, or don't, et cetera, right? It has to go in one ear and out the other, or not even go in the ear. It just bounce off of you, because you have to know, right? Um, have you ever heard the term, and I'm calling it a term, it's actually a Bible verse, walking by faith and not by sight? What does that mean to you? Walk by faith and not by sight. No matter what it looks like. And by the way, that's one of my affirmations that I say to myself. I walk by faith, not by sight. No matter what it looks like. I don't care if it looks like rain. I know the sun is coming out. I don't care if it looks like this is going to happen, or the sky is falling, I listen. I go by what I know, by my faith, what God has already told me, promised me. It doesn't matter what it looks like. That's what it means, walking by faith, not by sight. And ladies, I hope that, and by the way, I'm not excluding the gentlemen that might be listening in, because I did hear that some guys do listen, and I welcome you to, because this applies to you too. I'm geared toward moms, but some of these principles are for everyone. So again, walking by faith, not by sight. I can't see it. I might take a step without seeing the whole staircase. You've heard that saying before. But again, that's the whole thing of having that faith. Peter would have never walked on water if he stayed in the boat. If you want to walk on water, you have to step out of the boat, period. Maybe uncomfortable, maybe scary, but feel the fear and do it anyway. Walk by faith, not by sight. Again, listen to the knowing, not the no. The next thing that she said that I absolutely love, and this hit me. She said, and again, for those of you who just tuned in, we're talking about Jamie Kern Lima. the first CEO of L'Oreal Cosmetics. She said, self-doubt kills the most dreams. Ouch. Self-doubt kills the most dreams. How many of us have allowed ourselves to talk ourselves out of something because we're doubting ourselves? We're not sure. Is this really what I'm supposed to be doing? Can I really do this? Is this what God told me to do? Maybe they're right, and maybe this. And we just sit there and it just bounces off the walls in our mind. It echoes, it gets louder and louder, but we got to silence that noise. And don't let self doubt kill your dream. Think about how many dreams are out there. Unfulfilled dreams are out there because people have somehow talked themselves out of it. Don't doubt yourself out of your own destiny. That is what she said. She said, don't doubt yourself out of your own destiny. Ooh. I remember the other night or morning, one of my sons came to me and said, "Mommy, I had the best dream." And he's telling me all about his dream and how amazing it was. That dream was all over the place, but it was filled with such good things, right? And I said, "I'm so glad you had an amazing dream." And then he just went about his day. And so that dream stayed a dream, right? All of those good things, he woke up and then just, you know, ladies, it's okay to dream. Moms, it is okay to dream, but don't let your dream just stay a dream. Make that dream a reality. I know for me, and again, this is why it hit me, you know, I don't want that self-doubt to minimize my potential or to talk me out of what God has for me. Now I've lived some of my dreams. I've always wanted to be an author, and I'm an author. And by the way, another book is coming out. Hint, hint. Wait for it. Um, a speaker. Always wanted to be a speaker, and I'm a speaker. When I started my summit and I launched my coaching business, always wanted to do that. I had no idea that I was going to do a talk show. Like that came out of it. I just followed the steps, and I'm loving this. And there's more. There's more, but I gotta hold on to the dream and not let self-doubt kill my dream. I still have to believe that there is more. And again, believe in what God promised you and seek after it with everything you've got. Something else that this person said, Jamie Kern Lima. Something else that I got from her talk. She said, inauthenticity guarantees failure. Let that sink in for a minute. Inauthenticity guarantees failure. What does she mean by that? Now, I told you that she had this vision of selling cosmetics. And during that time, as I was saying earlier, she got a lot of no's and that will never work. So let me tell you what was authentic about her. And many times in her mind, she thought she would waver. What she wanted to do, she had this skin issue. And when she looked in the mirror and saw that, she wanted to create a cosmetic that would be for everyone, all types of skin, all shapes and sizes, all ages, just no one would be excluded. Because what she realized, and I'm sure all of us can realize this too, when we look at the cosmetic industry, everybody fits into a mold. Like everybody looks like a model and just looks like, oh, look at me, just perfect. And a lot of um, the manufacturers, they're not called manufacturers, the people who were in the business of cosmetics, they were telling her, listen, you've got to develop something, you got to set this stage of something that's unattainable for people. And she thought that was the craziest thing. No, people need the opposite of that. They need to know that I'm beautiful and I can be, I don't have to look like what I'm seeing right there. Like, I'm beautiful who I am, and here's some cosmetics for me. That was her whole thing. And everybody said, nope, that's gonna fail. Nope, can't do that. In this day and age of um, you know, advanced cosmetics and surgery and just trying to, be something that you're not. She said, inauthenticity guarantees failure. And I can see why she said that, because had she deviated from the path that she was set on, she might not have been where she is right now. Again, no spoiler alert. You're going to have to, um, you know, go and look up her story. But this is why um, it hit me so hard. Someone told me a long time ago, Angela, be yourself and you will be successful. That's it. That's it. That's the whole thing. Be yourself. Be who God called you to be. A lot of us out there, and think about this for a second, we're looking at other people and we're wishing that was me. Who are you hating on right now? Who are you hating on right now? You might say, oh, listen, I don't hate on people, right? Who are you low key hating on? Who do you wish you were? Who do you look at and say, man, I wish that was me? Whether it's someone that you know, whether it's someone you don't know, and you see them in social media, which, by the way, we know social media is smoke and mirrors. Seriously. Someone on TV, a celebrity, oh, I wish that was my life. I wish I had this. I wish I had that. Jealousy and envy, those things have been around since the beginning of time, since creation. And I'm telling you, it gets you nowhere. Matter of fact, it ends in all horrible things: murder, self destruction, and on and on and on, right? We can sit there and think of so many examples of that. But there's no reason to hate on anybody else. There's no reason to wish you were someone else or wish you had what someone else had. That is for that person. You get what's yours. There's something out there, your dream, that has your name on it, that's specifically designed for you. And guess what else? No one can compete with being you. Why? Because they're not you. You are you. You don't have to compete with anybody else. You be the best version of you and you will be successful. So remember that. Inauthenticity guarantees failure. Again, that's a quote from Jamie Kern Lima, first female CEO of L'Oreal. And that's why it just completely hit me hard. Like, yes, that principle right there. If we can just get everyone to be themselves, to love themselves and be who they're supposed to be, stop looking at everybody else, stop thinking about everybody else, you will be successful. You will achieve your dream. Watch. So, the last thing, and I want to close with this. One of the things that she said, and again, she said so many different things, but I only grabbed about four that were just um, meaningful to me, that really hit me, and that's why I'm sharing it with you. Rejection is God's protection. That's what she said. Rejection is God's protection. And as she was going through her life and her story about how she became the first CEO of L'Oreal, first female CEO of L'Oreal Cosmetics, she was thinking about all of the people that told her no. She was thinking about all of the what she thought were opportunities and all of the things that she jumped at and put her all into just to get to a certain level. She thought about all of those things, and she realized that the rejection, the no's, all of that was leading her to where she needed to be so that she could be elevated at the right time. God put her at the right time, at the right place, and all because of the no's that she received. Had she received a yes and went down a certain path, it would not have led her to the great height that she was at that time. So think about how that applies to you. Think about your life. And sometimes we might have to write it down, reflect, and think about the times where, man, I was spared from this because maybe I was rejected. Maybe it wasn't the opportunity, and I was so disappointed that that opportunity didn't work out for me. Meanwhile, God had something better for you. When they say that doors are closed, don't try to open them, because sometimes those doors are closed for a reason. And when we try to pry them open, that's not the path for us. The closed doors, the rejections, the no's, all those things are leading you to where you're supposed to be, where God wants you to be. So that way, when the time comes, when your time comes, you'll be ready and you will take your seat exactly where you're supposed to. So don't worry about all these other things that are passing you by. And don't think, oh, so-and-so is doing that and I lost my opportunity and now, no. Again, there's something with your name on it. And there is enough room at the table for everyone. You may not think so, but again, it's you. You are unique. And what you bring to the table is unique, and no one else can bring it but you. Think of it that way. So don't mourn the loss of opportunities or situations. Just look ahead of you and look forward to what God has for you. And again, that's where your faith comes in. You have to believe that. So those are the things that I learned, again, from Jamie Kern Lima, again, the first female CEO of L'Oreal. And those points that I brought out to you are points that that I also emphasize with moms that I coach. So if you have a dream and you're just sitting on it, maybe you're afraid, maybe you have a bunch of reasons why you haven't pursued your dream. Oh, well, the kids take up all my time, and I have this going on, and I have that going on, and my life is full, my schedule is full, the dream is just going to wait. I used to do the same thing, but I found a way where you can live your dream while you were taking care of your family, while you were juggling all of those things, and still maintain your sanity and not neglect your family. There's a way to do it, and I want to show you how. So allow me to do that. You can schedule a free consultation with me. Chat with CoachAngela.com. Chat with CoachAngela.com. And we can chat about where you are in life and where you want to be. If you allow me to be your coach, I have a program that is set up that I think you might like. And I think that you will benefit from that. So if you are watching right now and you like what you hear, you like what you saw, and you, I don't know, maybe liked the other 11 episodes before this one, I would love for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's at The Angela Anderson Show. And some of you have said, hey, I've gone out to YouTube and I can't find you. Can you send me a link? I will gladly send you a link. The reason you can't find me, and I'm still learning about YouTube, the algorithms and all that good stuff. So I'm new still. I just launched in April. I'm maybe about 2 months old. So you might have to scroll a little bit to find me. But if you look for The Angela Anderson Show, you will find me there. Just hit the subscribe button and you'll never have to look again, because you will be notified every time one of the episodes will be ready to air. You'll get notified, so that way you can just go right to it. Keep in mind, I'm also on Spotify for those people who prefer the audio version as you travel. And you would just hit the follow button after you search for me under the podcast section of Spotify, The Angela Anderson Show. Hit follow. You'll be notified when I am about to come on the air. So again, all of those things are available to you. And I'm hoping that you will share this, whether it's this show or just the fact that the Angela Anderson Show is now out and about. We have awesome topics that we talk about from week to week. I have the best time interviewing guests, and I have equally the best time just being here with you, talking to you about subjects that I think that that would benefit you. So until next time, I hope you take care. And I hope you have a great day, no matter what part of the day that it finds you. I'll see you next time.